And I would ask Chief Dens to lead the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, in case of an emergency, I would ask that you exit through the rear doors or these doors in an absolute emergency. This meeting will be dedicated in memory of Ann Weir. Madam Clerk, can you take the roll?
Supervisor Megan.
Present.
Councilman Hart.
Present.
Councilman Hanley.
Present.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes from December the 17th, 2018.
Second.
Anything on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Making a motion to approve the bid opening for collection and processing of recyclables of December 20th, 2018.
Second.
Anything on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Any matters from the public that have a comment? Okay, very good. Okay, there being none, we're going to continue tabling item from Councilman Hart. Then we're going to move ahead and bring up the officers' items and communication. We're going to go out of order for number 5, 6, and 7. And Jean, you can go ahead and start.
Sure.
All right, this is from Chief of Police Daniel Dens. Dear Honorable Town Board, kindly move to appoint Thomas C. Beback as police officer effective Thursday, January 3rd, 2019 at the training rate of $25.71 per hour, and further authorize the supervisor to complete and sign the necessary forms for Erie County personnel.
Second.
Okay, anything on the question? Okay, on the question, Chief, I know there are reasons why we're filling positions tonight, and maybe we should do this with the first item, and just give us your reasons, the staffing levels and other problems that we're going to be encountering in the near future.
Okay, Councilman, as of this month, January, we would be down 5 members of our department, 5 officers short. I am anticipating another 11 officers leaving in the spring of 2020. This will fill 3 open vacancies that we have now. If we did not start moving on replacements, we would be in dire straits as we start coming towards 2020. So, as you know, I met with the town board several times, laid out a plan for stabilizing the manpower within the police department, and the town board has graciously agreed to help me out in that area, and we have 3 absolutely great candidates here that we are appointing tonight.
Chief, I also understand that during this current year, in addition to having people trained and ready to go when we have those 20 retirements, this current year you also have, I believe, 2 or 3 individuals that would be taking leave, and those also would have to be covered. That would bring you to actually a total of 8 vacancies if we didn't fill these tonight.
That is correct.
All right, on the question?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Aye, by the way.
Okay.
All right, number 6.
Again, from the Chief of Police, Daniel Dens. Kindly move to appoint Mark Partridge as police officer effective Thursday, January 3rd, 2019, at a training rate of $25.71 per hour, and further authorize the supervisor to complete and sign the necessary forms for Erie County.
Second.
Anything on the question? Okay, at this point, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Number 7, item 7, again from Chief of Police Daniel Denz. Kindly move to appoint Joseph A. Sorbini as police officer, excuse me if I mispronounced that, effective Thursday, January 3rd, 2019, at the training rate of $25.71 per hour, and further authorize the supervisor to complete and sign the necessary forms for Erie County personnel.
Second.
Anything on the question? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
These officers are here this evening,
They are.
and I'd like them to stand up and maybe step up to the front for a moment. Chief, if you have any comments, or Assistant Chief, if you have any comments about your new staffers, feel free to address them.
Okay, I believe we're gonna do the swearing in with the town clerk.
Okay, good.
So gentlemen, if you want to step forward.
Big deal.
It's also Mr. Sorbini's birthday tomorrow.
What is he, 18 again?
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Dennis Partridge,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of police officer for the town of West Seneca
of a police officer for the town of West Seneca
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations. Chief, is there anything else you'd like to add?
They gotta come back up here.
Yes, gentlemen, you need to sign the book before you start writing tickets.
As these gentlemen are signing on board, Councilman Hart asked me to say a couple of things. It should be noted that Tom Bebeck is coming from us from the New York State Parks Police. Already been through the academy, and he's gonna start on the road right away. Joe Sorbini has been working for the Erie County Sheriff's Department in the Corrections Division, so he's coming over from Sheriff Howard. And Mark has been a long-term employee at Wegmans and a veteran, and is the highest scorer on the exam. So we have 3 great candidates here, and I'm looking forward to working with all 3 of them. So congratulations.
Chief, is there, I'm being a pain, I realize that, but as long as we're still on the question, what does maybe the public would like to know what a young man coming into the police department has to go through in order to become a full-bodied policeman?
Well, first and foremost, they have to pass a civil service exam, finish in the top 3, usually with a score above 90%. Competition is hot and heavy for that. In addition to that, once they are selected, they have to go through a rigorous interview process, medical background, to make sure they're fit for duty, a psychological exam to make sure they're fit for duty, and then when they're selected, they get hired and go through a minimum of a 22-week academy, which is also rigorous. After they get out of the 22-week academy, They do a 12-week on-the-job training, which they have to successfully complete, and basically by the last week of that, have to be able to operate on their own and get passed by internal department standards. And then they are on 18 months of probation. So it's quite lengthy. That's one of the reasons why I try to get out in front of retirements, because it's not like many other jobs where decisions are made at town board meetings and the next day they go right to work. In various other departments, you know, it is basically a 6 to 8 month period before they're even ready to go. So I appreciate the town board allowing me to hire these two gentlemen, and you know, we're gonna have a lot of turnover here in the future, and to keep our strength up, we're gonna have to continue moving in that direction.
Thank you, Chief.
I want to thank you also, Chief, and just to note, many of our officers that have been put on the force have put themselves through the academy, and every officer that does that is a savings of $25,000 to the town from the get-go. Okay, Jean, you're back on. Jean loves the microphone.
The supervisor needs a break tonight, so we're gonna give her a break. Okay, item number 1. From Supervisor Sheila Megan. Kindly authorize Supervisor Sheila Megan and Councilman William Hanley to attend the Association of Towns annual meeting in New York, February 16th to the 20th, 2019, at a cost not to exceed $2,200 per person, and further designate Supervisor Megan as the voting delegate for the town of West Seneca. Also authorize that our newly appointed town attorney, Tina Hawthorne, be authorized to attend the New York City Association of Towns annual meeting on February 16th or 20th. I guess at this point, this was just added on tonight, obviously, so I don't have an amount, the same, not to exceed $2,200. Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, item number 2, town attorney consideration of a bid award for collection and processing of recyclables. We have received a bid on recycling, and I can tell you at this point, I do have questions myself, and I have concerns about the amounts, and our town attorney is going to address that issue at this moment.
Right, so we received the bids from both Modern Disposal Services and Republic Services. I've had an opportunity to review those bids and to start the legal research. It's my intention to follow up this by the end of this week via email with the board to advise further.
So I'm going to make a motion that we table the bids for collection of recyclables. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, on the question?
No, on the question, I'm not sure if we have to table this. It's not really a communications. It was, however, I'll second the motion to table this for tonight to give the town attorney time to look over the bids. Since she's just being appointed tonight, maybe she can reach out to the vendors and see if there's an extension while we figure this out. It is, it's quite an expenditure. I could let the public know that.
I would also let the public know that the bids have a considerable difference in weekly and bi-weekly. We're probably one of the few towns that is not bi-weekly in our recyclables. The difference of going bi-weekly is a savings of close to $500,000. That being said, it should be duly noted that the garbage fees, recyclables, and waste come from the general fund. I encourage you to look at your tax bill. Your general fund tax on average is between $800 and $1,100, and all of those costs come from that line. Keep in mind, there's 2 lines in your total tax bill that the town receives and works with. All the other lines go to your sewer, your fire, your library, your county. There's just those 2 lines. And the line that we use to pay for our recyclables and garbage is under the general fund. So this is a heavy burden when you look at new costs because of the tariffs, and China doesn't want our recyclables anymore. You have to consider this: $500,000 Out of the general fund, spending of $125,000 equates to 1%. So the board has a responsibility to all of our constituents and our taxpayers to make the best decision here. And we would encourage anyone from the public that wants to voice their opinion on whether they're for every other week recycling or not. We'll put a little vote online so everyone can jump in and give us their opinion. But I believe this board is going to wait and hear from the public and also look at these numbers. But it would be in our best interest to go every other week. And as a supervisor, I would encourage us to move in that direction, but I'm only one vote.
And also on that question, the annual cost, if we want to be either one of these contracts, is for weekly collection is up significantly. For example, I'm just looking at one of the items here, the weekly is $1 million, and the bi-weekly is $696,700,000. That's significant difference. On top of that, though, even the low bid is significantly more than what we have budgeted for, and it's also more than what we have been paying over the past several years. And we need to know what our options are on this. If necessary, a special meeting of the board could be convened in order to approve, disapprove, rebid, whatever we would need to do at this point. So our attorney will work on this as quickly as possible and get us answers, and we may have to convene a special meeting.
That would be considered an emergency meeting, and our attorney would guide us through that.
Okay. So that's tabled, all right, moving
So
on.
that item is,
That is tabled for now. Item number 3, from Daniel Denz, Chief of Police. Kindly change the status of part-time safety dispatcher Gerald Markowitz to part-time seasonal from January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2019, and authorize the supervisor to sign the necessary forms for Erie County personnel.
Second.
Okay, any on the question? None? Being none? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 4, this is from, again, Chief of Police Daniel Denz. Please be advised that Paul Brown will be retiring from service effective Sunday, January 31st, 2019. Officer Brown has served the town of West Seneca for the past 21 years, and we wish him well in his future retirement. I request that the West Seneca Town Board accept his notice of retirement and authorize the supervisor to sign the necessary forms for Erie County personnel. Should you have any questions pertaining to this, please do not hesitate to call. Thank you. Okay, all
Second.
Second.
on the question?
Yeah.
I just want to wish Paul Brown all the best. Enjoy his retirement. It's well deserved.
Is Paul here tonight?
He is not.
He is not.
On the question, though, it's January 13th.
Yes, January 13th. I was wishing it was January 31st, but you're right. Correct that, please. January 13th is the date of retirement. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right. From Jacqueline Felser, Town Clerk, status change for Caroline Keene to seasonal. Kindly change the status of part-time clerk Caroline Keene to part-time seasonal effective January 7th through February 28, 2019, and authorize the supervisor to complete, sign the necessary forms for Erie County personnel. This change is requested to cover additional hours needed for the collection of county taxes that begin in mid-January.
Second.
Okay, on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks for reminding us the taxes are coming due. Item number 9. Let's see, this is from Mary Jehoshaphat. Dear Honorable Town Board members, your approval is requested to change the pay rate for the staff of the West Seneca Senior Center effective this January 2nd, 2019, from the current rate of 13 as allocated in 2019, from their current rate to $13 an hour as allocated in the 2019 annual budget. For the record, any new employee at the senior center will start at $11.50. Your approval would be deeply appreciated by all the staff and myself, as well as authorized the supervisor to sign the necessary forms for Erie County Department of Personnel.
Second.
Okay, on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. This is from Lauren Massett, our Recreation Supervisor. Kindly move to accept the resignation of T. Vogel effective January 2nd, 2019.
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, from Lauren Massett, Recreation Supervisor, Adult Softball Programming Software. Kindly move to approve the attached 2019 Adult Softball Program.
Second.
On the question? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This is also from Lauren Massett, Recreation Supervisor. 2000 swim lessons. Kindly move to approve the attached 2019 swim lessons program.
Second.
Okay, on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Honorable Town Board from Lauren Massett, Recreation Supervisor, 2019 Summer Fun Half-Day Camp. Kindly move to approve the attached 2019 Summer Fun Program.
Second.
Okay, on the question? Yeah, on the questions, Lauren, any major changes in any of those items that we just approved? I mean, is there anything we should be aware of?
There are no changes to the adult softball program. The swim lessons is the same number of classes, but there is a $5 price increase. For the little swimmers, it's the same number of classes, but we did, add ages, it was 2 and 3, we just added ages 3 and 4, I believe. Let me double check, so I'm not lying to you guys.
Okay, Lauren.
What the age group we were missing last year, we added this year. We went up to 4 and 5 into 2 separate classes. For summer fun, no price increase, but we did subtract 1 class, and that's just the way the summer schedule fell. The West Seneca Central School District is letting out a week later this year, so unfortunately, we had to adjust our schedule for that. And for the summer day camp, there is a 10% increase in the fees. No further changes.
Thank you. Again, thank you for the hard work you do. I needed a break to get a drink there, so. Again, from Lauren Massett, Recreation Supervisor, 2019 Summer Day Camp. Kindly move to approve the attached documents for Summer Day Camp 2019. The program schedule, the program fees, the parent handbook and policies, and the day camp registration form and policies. Please note the day camp safety plan will appear on a future town board agenda after the 2019 regulations are released from New York State and Erie County.
Second.
Okay, on the question? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Please approve the town warrant.
Yes.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Approved. All right. Did you, issues of the public at this point?
Anybody?
Anybody with issues to address the board? I believe the mic over there is set up for that purpose.
I'm here to express my concern of the condition of the Birchfield Nature Park. The woods over there, I've been walking through that with my dog for the last 6 years. It's going downhill pretty rapidly. Mostly ash trees over there have been attacked by.
I have one question. Is the mic on? I don't think it is. Can somebody turn that mic on? We want all the residents present to be able to hear you, sir. Thank you.
Again, just express my concern over the condition of the Birchfield Nature Park, the woods, the mostly ash trees there. There's probably hundreds that are dead and dying. I've been walking through that park for the last 6 years. Heavy windstorms are creating fallen trees. They're falling on whatever trees are left. New young saplings, whatever, and they're damaging those trees. I just wonder if there's some kind of a permanent or serious management plan in place to look at this, because in a few short years, if something isn't done to manage this, you're gonna have a field day with nothing but fallen dead trees.
Just to let you know that this past fall, I had a walkthrough with a gentleman from Erie County Soil and Conservation, and that we are going to have a management plan that he's preparing for us. That'll probably be available in the spring. But I think that the dead trees might be better addressed by our highway superintendent, Mr. English. Matt, can we have or develop any program to remove dangerous trees?
What we do right now is the Birchfield group does a great job over there, and anytime that they have a tree that they feel is gonna be in danger, they right off the bat, they send me an email or call me, and we send over our tree crew to take care of it. Anything that's by the path, and we send that, we just send them over right away.
Well, I'm just thinking long-term, because like I said, there's probably hundreds of dead ash trees there. Every heavy windstorm, you see a few more collapse. And it's not so much, they're in the woods, a lot of them aren't on the path or anything, but it's a continuing deterioration of the forest. And like I said, a few short years, if something isn't done with more planting of trees, you're gonna have nothing but field.
Sorry, I can share with you that every year the Environmental Commission does on Earth Day, they do a complete cleanup and volunteers. There's about 40, maybe 50 people show up. The highway superintendent puts a couple of dumpsters over there. They do clean up all the dead trees, everything that's on the walking paths. I don't believe they go into the woods to get them. But they do fill up 2 dumpsters every year full of dead wood, but that only happens once a year. Maybe we can make that a little more often.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like replanting, you're gonna need a lot of trees to be planted, and sooner the better.
Yeah, the program that I discussed with Erie County Soil and Water is not only to address erosion problems at the Birchfield and at Ebenezer Brook, but it's also, they may be able to provide us with replacement plants and trees. So hopefully we'll have a report back from them sometime before the snow melts, if we have any snow. And we'll give that report, of course, and make it public to the town. And of course, we'll be working closely with the Birchfield volunteers on that issue. And I'm sure at that point that we know we have to address the trees, and I think that the board will be doing something like that in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, thank you.
Is there anyone further?
I just want to talk about the recycling thing, and I can see the big savings with the every other week, but I'm afraid people, if they don't hear room in that other can, they're gonna put it into the regular garbage, and then we're gonna increase our tipping fees. I just would like to know, how do we balance, how are we gonna figure that out?
Well,
Exactly what you said is the truth.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's cheaper to take care of the garbage as opposed to the recyclables. But we have a responsibility to the environment and to our constituents. And the most important takeaway from all of this is we have a fiduciary responsibility budgetarily.
Oh, I realize that, but I just, wondering how we're gonna balance this, because I know people will just dump into the regular garbage.
I don't disagree with you. I think if recycling isn't on that week, they'll put it into their garbage.
Yeah,
We don't have the staff to police that either.
Okay, but that was
We're
just
one of the
my
only
comment
towns-
on it. I'm
No,
just
Mrs.
looking
Toy,
to see the
it's a-
balance here.
It's a very important question, and it's one we've asked each other, but I will offer you this. We are probably one of the few towns that don't do every other week.
There's a lot of people out there that don't recycle.
There are, but those that are do, and most of us that are very passionate about it, so I appreciate your comment.
I
And
know,
I
I fill
encourage-
one once a week, so.
So do we, and, we only put our garbage out every other week because that we're recyclables, but, recycling family. But I will offer you this, go on the website and vote,
Oh, I intend to.
and tell your friends, because I know you're the mayor of that street, so get out there and get chatting. All right, thank you.
Birch Avenue, by the way.
Anyone further?
Sure, let's keep on it.
No? Okay, very good. I'm gonna start at the very end with our friend Mary Josephek, our senior director. How are you, Mary?
Very good, how are you?
Do you have anything for us tonight, Mary?
Happy New Year, everybody, and thank you very much for, the approval for the staff, because they gave 100%, so now you know.
Don't start crying, Mary.
I know, I get
Don't,
lumpy,
I know, no lumpy here. All right, no crybabies.
but happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Keep up the great work. And great parties you had this year.
Thank you.
Very nice. Lauren Massett, Recreation Director, do you have anything for us?
I just want to wish everyone a happy new year and let the public know that we do have several new programs starting on Monday in the CCL gym, so I would encourage everyone to check out the website, or our brochures are on the back table, and you can see all of them there. I won't list them all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you for everyone.
Yes, it's beautiful. Thank you, Lauren, you're doing a great job. And to our new town attorney, and May I have to make note of this, she was our first female prosecutor. Now she's moving up, so it's wonderful. I'm so proud.
Well, thank you to the board for your support. I look forward to 2019 in this position. I wish everyone a happy new year and a great 2019 with us.
Councilman Hart, do you have anything for us?
I haven't said enough already. I think I'll save comments and other issues that we may be talking about in the near future for our next regular board meeting. It's been a long day. But anyway, Happy New Year to everybody, and hope to see more of you at our meetings. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Hanley, do you have anything for us?
Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome to the CCL, our first meeting here. You guys, everybody here tonight is at our first meeting in this building, so that's something. Welcome to the new police officers. I hope they have a long career, a safe career. Welcome all the new members of our board, Kimberly and Tina and everybody else. So yeah, that's all. Just a Happy New Year to everybody.
Thank you so much.
Just one more thing on my part. Can you actually hear me now?
Yeah.
I got a text from someone watching it, and you can hear better over the video too.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. All right, that means people can actually hear what I'm saying. I don't know if that's good or bad.
But I have the button to shut you down. Okay.
Too much power.
Oh, don't start with that. I only have one vote. It's gonna be confusion. Chief Tens, I'm gonna go all the way down there. Do you have anything tonight besides being a very proud chief of police?
I just want to wish Paul Brown well in his retirement as well as you did. He served the town for 21 years, and wish him well as he sails off into the sunset. And just want to express my appreciation to the town board once more for your collective support for my department.
You're very welcome, Chief. Well deserved. Matthew English, do you have anything for us?
Nothing.
Matt, if no one told you yet today, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jeff Schieber, do you have anything for us? And Jacqueline Felser, our town clerk, do you have anything for us? Very good. So one reminder, tomorrow, Spot Coffee is doing their ribbon cutting at 11 a.m. here in the community center. So I encourage everyone that enjoys coffee and wants to take a walk and a tour through the rest of the CCL building, I would ask you to come around 11 o'clock, and they'll be open for full business starting Friday, Saturday, and possibly by next month they'll be open Sundays from 7 to 1:30.
Just one more
So
question.
let me just finish for a second, okay?
I thought you were done.
No,
But I do want to wish everyone here a very happy new year, and I just want to give a blessing to this new building and our first meeting. May the strength of God pilot us. May the wisdom of God instruct us. May the hand of God protect us. May the word of God direct us. Be always ours this day and forevermore. From St. Patrick. So just want to give you from this Irish board, the Irish blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Do you have anything further?
I was just ask you a question. Are there refreshments with the ribbon cutting?
Yes, everything they have on the menu will be out.
Then I'll be there for sure.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Anyone from school that needs a signature, feel free to come up. And the officers, get home, get your cake, and get into bed. You got a big day tomorrow.